if you had to, I guess, define remembering who you are, is that being your authentic self, or is it probably a little bit deeper than that?
Yeah, I would say that, being your authentic self. Somebody told me once, if spirit is up there and I'm pointing up with the finger, and your heart is in your chest, it's your head that's in the way.
Mm.
Michael Singer in The Untethered Soul said, "We are not our thoughts. We are the awareness that we have thoughts." And that was a very powerful line and a suggestion, a book suggestion for all your fans and listeners, Mauro. The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer was a life-changing book for me.
And that allowed you, would you think that was like a trigger for you, or is that along the path? Like, tell us a little bit about how that experience.
Yeah, I think it just helped me along the path, because I think that, and there's a wonderful song called "You Can Be King Again" by Laura Aquilina or something like that. My God, I'm probably butchering her name. This song was introduced to me in a guide recertification with this esoteric school. And the song talks about "you can be king again." And the words are so powerful out in this song that it talks about how we get lost in the sound inside of our head. But that if we're aware that we're not our thoughts, we can come from a place of heart. So I kind of believe that my role, my mission, is to get people out of their head and into their hearts.
Mm-hmm. And there could be no greater calling than that.
And how could we argue that there's a greater calling? Kid, there is none.
So along this path, right, you went to spend time in Thailand, you said?
Yes, Thailand, Tokyo, Japan.
What are some of your, I guess, greatest lessons from just spending time, I guess, away from where you grew up and all that, and your family and all that?
It's a tough one.
It's a deep one.
It's a deep one because there's so many. There's so many lessons. I think that if I had to summarize them, number one was Muay Thai and martial arts helped me understand myself. When you look in the mirror, when you're in the morning and it's 6 a.m. and you've got the, eye crap in your eyes and you have to clean it off, wash your face and get up and go run 12K. You learn a lot about yourself. Pushing yourself to the limits, digging deeper. That for me is one of the most powerful ones. Is I started to understand who I am. And here's the point, Mauro, that no matter where you are in your life, if you want to talk about the compartment of loving relationship, well, then I would challenge all your listeners to say, well, how can you love somebody else if you don't love yourself? Because how can I give to somebody something that I don't even have for myself? So in this journey of self-realization, in the discovery process of who am I? I'm a name that somebody else gave me. I walk and I talk a certain way so that people will view me a certain way. In the world of metaphysics, we learned that there's the difference between the personality versus individuality. So personality is the face that we put on, the clothes that we wear, but individuality comes from spirit. So if we can all move to understanding that we don't need to do anything to please anybody else, all we have to do is work towards sharing our individuality.
It's interesting that you said that, because that flashed me back to the definition of a personality comes persona, which means, I believe in Greek, is a mask. It's what we show to other people. Correct. So it's fascinating that you said that there's a distinction there with that too.
Yeah. So the biggest thing for me was about living my individuality. The difficulty is that sometimes the road is rough. The road is rough to individuality because it may not come with a lot of money, or it may take time to build money. But I've known a lot of successful people, Mauro. I've trained a lot of millionaires. They wouldn't give 10 cents away for the fear that they were going to go poor. And just because they were millionaires, they weren't really happy.
Yeah.
There's a post in the anonymous men's group from a billionaire who says, "I'm a billionaire with a billion problems," and that was the sort of the
Right.
topic,
Yeah.
the text of what the post was about. And he just said, "I've dedicated my life to making money, and I have a lot of it, but I would give it all away to have a connection to my wife and to my kids."